बहुत बढ़िया। तो चलिए सेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का भी। तो सबसे पहले अपना 3 बार गहरी सांस लेते हैं, 3 बार ओम का उच्चारण करेंगे। और आज एक और एक्टिविटी ऐड करेंगे हम लोग कि हम 2 मिनट अपने माइंड को ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन आवर सेंस। ओके, फॉर 2 मिनट्स वी विल डू दैट। ठीक है, तो चलिए सब लोग अपनी आंखें बंद कर सकते हैं। You can rest and relax. 3 बार deep breath. Relaxed and easy. Now 3 times we'll do Om together. Now we'll keep our eyes closed and continue to observe the contents of our mind and our being. We will simply observe thoughts, no thought, feelings, emotion, and see every thought, every emotion, every feeling, and whether I am feeling fine or not right now. Let nothing go unseen. See also all inputs of the 5 senses. See everything. The mind has strayed away, then come back, start to watch again. Now, slowly, we can come back to our body, the breath. Watch the breath. How is it going right now? Keep watching everything. Now we can even open our eyes slowly. We can sit together in silence. Let the gaze of the eye look in a fixed direction. Let the eye stay in place, one place, whether with eyelashes closed or open or half open, as you are comfortable. And keep watching. Be alert. होश में रहना. If you find yourself napping or sleeping, wake up again and continue to watch. Now, with the eyes looking in one fixed direction, resting, we can observe that even the mind is resting. We can observe the frequency and intensity of thoughts to be calming down. Ah, now we can slowly open our eyes, rub our hands against each other, and put them on our eyes. Cup our eyes with our hands. we can come back, open our eyes and join the session for our exchange. Very nice. So yesterday and today we just did practice of होश में रहना, and whenever we get behosh, coming back to hosh. Now, when we are established in hosh in any moment, then we have a great power. And what is that power? That power is the ability to choose how I feel. जब होश में है तो हम तीन क्वेश्चन, we can ask three questions to ourselves. As we observe the contents of our being, we ask three questions for practice of harmony, because as we know that our purpose is harmony in every second. So to know whether I am in harmony or not is the first step. It consists of two questions. Second one is a tiebreaker question, sometimes not needed. First question is, am I feeling harmony? The first question, most important. If answer is yes, then I decide to continue to feel like this, because right now I'm living my purpose. This moment, I'm satisfied. My purpose is fulfilled. I am in harmony right now. Now, sometimes we are not sure if we are in harmony or not. Then we can ask ourselves, do I want to continue feeling this way? If we are not in harmony, the answer will immediately come no. I don't want to continue feeling this way. And if answer comes, I'm in harmony, then great. And these answers are from a natural acceptance that we ask and we get. A third question, in case we are not in harmony regarding any person, regarding any situation, feeling conflicted, feeling not fine. In that case, we can ask the third question. Is it my choice to change? Or in other words, regulate what I am feeling. In other words, is it my choice to feel fine or not feel fine? The answer comes always yes. No matter how heated the situation is, even if there's a fire raging inside us or in a situation, something intense is happening in life right now or in a relationship in this moment, even then the answer will come yes, it's my choice how I can feel. And the moment the answer comes yes, this is just for initial few days, this practice. Eventually we know and we start regulating. Point number 3, question 3. We start first being in harmony in this moment. And then, being in harmony, we deal with the situation, whatever it is. This is the choice we can be continuously making throughout the day. And this is freedom. This is self-regulation. This is true independence. This is स्वतंत्रता. स्व के तंत्र में जीने लायक हो गया हूं. स्व के तंत्र में, स्व भाव में जीने लायक हो गया हूं, क्योंकि हार्मनी मेरा स्वभाव है. स्व का भाव, सेल्फ का भाव, याद है कल हमने सेल्फ डिस्कस किया था ना, सच्चित आनंद. तो स्व का जो भाव है, ट्रू मेरा, वो हार्मनी ही है. तो मैं अपने स्वभाव में जीने लायक हो गया हूं, क्योंकि अब मैं चॉइस लेने लगा हूं हर मोमेंट. जब भी स्वभाव से ऑफ होता हूं, मैं अपने को ऑन कर लेता हूं. और फिर ऐसी पलट जाती है जिंदगी, सब सिचुएशन उसी मोमेंट टर्न हो जाती है. जहां पे हम किसी से लड़ने वाले थे और बखेड़ा खड़ा होने वाला था, वहीं पे अचानक बड़ा पीसफुली एक डीलिंग हो जाती है, मधुर रूप से, मीठे रूप से, हंसी मजाक में हो जाती है और बात सॉल्व हो जाती है. ये चॉइस हमको लेनी है, क्योंकि जब तक थर्ड चॉइस हम नहीं ले रहे, अपनी हार्मनी को हमने अपने जिम्मे में लिया, अपनी जिम्मेदारी खुद की ली हार्मनी की जब तक नहीं, तब तक हम हमेशा और लोगों से एक्सपेक्ट करते रह जाते हैं, एक भिखारी की तरह, इमोशनल भिखारी, है ना. इमोशनल भिखारी कि भाई आप हमारे साथ बैठ के खाना नहीं खाते, आप हमारे लिए ये नहीं किए, कल आपको बोला था सुबह उठा दिया था आप नहीं उठाए, परसों भी बोला था तब भी नहीं उठाए. पेशेंस खो जाते हैं, लोगों से एक्सपेक्टेशन में बंध जाते हैं, क्या कि आप, you will satisfy my needs of harmony, you will be and do in a certain way so that I feel good. क्या? You will be and do in a certain way so that I feel good. अब इंडिपेंडेंस और स्वतंत्रता में, when we are in independence or स्वतंत्रता, this part goes away, that you will be or do. Only what remains is I will feel good. Whatever you be, like whatever you do, then we are truly a free bird, as they say. You know, this is just like Epictetus, the Greek philosopher, slave philosopher, very famous, who said, to you, freedom is that you get from the world what you want so that you can be satisfied. For me, freedom is to be satisfied with what I have. In the end, what do I have? I have only my mind, my body, myself. Nothing else is in my control. No, no situation is in my control. World and life is totally unpredictable. So, in this unpredictability, we want to make our feelings predictable. That I will feel fine. This is predictable. That's all we can do. And this can be our stance in the world, that I will live predictably, free. And by freedom, I mean in harmony, by choice, my choice, no matter what you do or don't do. And now, with this, we come to the 9 values of human relationships, and the first value in them, foundation, called trust. So, when I start practicing my own harmony independently, then I can actually start to also understand relationships and trust much better. So, coming to relationships, in every human to human relationship, human to God relationship, trust is the foundation of the relationship. Vishwas. And when we stop feeling Vishwas for somebody, the feeling of relationship goes away. So, 9 values in relationships, human to human. 9 universal. Universal means applicable to every human being in the world. Human values or feelings. What is meaning of value? Meaning of value is what is important to us. We value what is important to us. The more important is something, more important is the value. Now, all human beings in the world share common 9 universal human values in relationships. The first one is trust. Vishwas. And the last one is love or prema. In between, 7 more. Samman, number 2. When trust comes, then Samman happens. If there is no trust, we are not even together, seeing each other, hate each other, fear each other, then how will we even start respecting? Then comes acceptance, ya apnapan. You start feeling oneness with the other, like an affection develops in relationship. There, even with imperfections of the other person, we still feel one with them and we want to care for them. And we accept them with their imperfections. Then the next is mamta, where we want to take care of the physical body of the person and physicality of life. And emotionally also they should feel, but only for body. The next value is vatsalya or guidance, the feeling of vatsalya. So where mamta is caring for the body of my beloved, vatsalya is caring for the mind of my beloved. That may they be happy, may they be able to find harmony, and may they know who they truly are, and may they become wise and skilled enough to live, truly live. जिए, वो वात्सल्य, nurturing the mind, that feeling. Then comes Gaurav. Gaurav means glory, if we use word English. Gaurav is when my beloved is growing in life, materialistically, mentally, overall in well-being. In society, they are growing. So then the feeling we have to see them grow in their journey, that feeling is called glory of that person. We feel glory. Kya baat hai, Gaurav ka bhav. Then the next is Shraddha or reverence. When we meet a human being who, in our eyes, is an evolved human being, a mature human being, a wise human being, then what we feel for them, that feeling where we want to be like them, where we like to be present in their energy, we seek to be with them, we seek to have darshan with them, we seek to have advice from them, we seek to learn from them, because they are, in our eyes, they have reached somewhere we want to reach. And that is in terms of human capability and knowing who they are. And these people demonstrate a conduct in their life which is very inspirational for us. And they are stable in the conduct. With stability and predictability, they are in definite human conduct. उनके मन में दया, कृपा और करुणा है, लगातार न्याय की दृष्टि से लगातार जी रहे हैं. So for them, what we feel is reverence. Then the next one is gratitude, the eighth feeling. Gratitude is कृतज्ञता, means जो भी मेरे ऊपर उपकार हुए हैं, इस दुनिया से जो भी मुझे उपकार मिले, उन सबको मैं फील कर रहा हूं. उस फीलिंग को कृतज्ञता कहते हैं. और सबसे लास्ट है द कंप्लीट वैल्यू, ह्यूमन वैल्यू इज लव और प्रेम. और अनन्यता means ananya, the feeling that there is no other, the feeling of non-duality, that's called love. And absolute non-duality, not with selected set of people feeling oneness, selected set of people not feeling oneness, no, without exception, with entire existence, I'm feeling I am the existence as coexistence, where sense of separation dissolves. That feeling is love. So in this whole journey of 9 values we will go through in next sessions, but today we'll talk of fundamental value, Vishwas. Connecting this with the exercise we did of watching ourselves and asking the 3 questions, that are we in harmony or not, and whether it is my choice to be in harmony. This is fundamental stance and position we take in relationships. Every relationship. First, I will be in peace with this other person. I will feel good about this other person. I will have mamta for this person, vatsalya for this person, respect for this person, gratitude for this person. Even though they are not behaving or not able to behave or not able to do things how I expect them to do. Hmm? But still, number one, I have to feel fine about the person. And now in relationships, we fail mostly in first three areas only when they really lack, when they break away. First is trust. When trust goes, relationship gone. Okay. Second is disrespect. Okay. Or third is lack of gratitude. And as a result of these, we also lose acceptance of the person. We start feeling the affection, stop feeling the affection. But ultimately, if a relationship breaks, like the feeling of being related breaks, that happens when we lose trust. Now, let's ask four questions to ourselves. Okay. First one, do we want to be happy? Do I want to be happy? Sanjay, क्या बोलेंगे आप? You want to be happy. Does your beloved or your relative, okay, even at family or at work, a person with you, does the other person want to be happy?
Yes.
Do you, yes. Do you want the other person to be happy? Yes. Okay. Now, please observe this third question, three questions, which space inside you the answer is coming from. ठीक है? वो space जहां से आ रहा है ना, वो natural acceptance उसी को बोल रहे हैं, या सहज स्वीकृति, inner compass जिसको बोल रहे हैं. Fourth question, does the other person want you to be happy? Yes. ठीक है. Always, in every moment?
Not
Not
sure.
sure.
Yeah,
Huh.
it depends on
So it
who you're
depends.
speaking about, but if you speak about everyone, probably not.
Probably not. But speaking about you, do you want everyone to be happy from this
Most of the
space
time.
most of the time? Hmm. So now, even when sometimes you are don't want the other person to be happy, is that feeling naturally acceptable to you?
No, but it's usually a temporary heat
Feeling.
of the moment sort of feeling which goes away.
Correct. But by intention, you don't want the other to make other person unhappy, no?
That's correct.
Temporarily, you are taken over by emotion, certain other emotion, and you get swayed temporarily. But
Yeah.
even if in that moment you ask yourself, am I feeling good? Am I feeling happy by not wanting him to be happy? So what will the answer come? No, I am also not feeling happy if I want him to be unhappy. So now,
That's correct, but just an observation there. It's in that moment, there is no, I mean, in during those moments, it's very difficult, almost impossible, to also take an observer point of view, because at that point it's just that emotion, and it feels like one is that emotion and nothing else. Even though logically it is incorrect, because later on you can look back, and then because you look back, you see that you must have observed it to be able to look back.
hmm, hmm,
Yeah, but in that, it's the same with thoughts as well. Like I wanted to say this before, when we were watching our thoughts, when the thought is there, it's just the thought. It's after the thought has passed, I can see that, yeah, there was a thought, something happened, thought came in and it went away. See, so it's like a discontinuous, like a pulse wave. You see that when the thought is there, it's just that, and then you come back and you get the feeling that you observed the thought, but it's not I don't get a parallel feeling
Mhm,
of
mhm,
thinking and also observing the thinking. Does that make sense? They're
mhm,
discontinuous,
mhm,
at
mhm,
least for me.
mhm. Can we try something right now? Okay. Can you can you visualize, can you see the sun rising? Can you visualize an image right now? You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Now in this moment, is there only the image of the sun, or is there also you who's watching the image right now in your awareness?
Both.
Right now you are able to separate, distinguish between you are there and this image is there,
Yes. But I
right?
am not sure whether that is a continuous thing. It may be a very fine on off, on off, on off.
It is on
Like,
and off.
yeah.
It is like this today. Okay, because all your life, since you were a child, no one ever talked of this skill and this ability, and you did not get to practice that so far. And hence, it is the state today that we are off more and on less. Okay, but if this was practiced since you were 3 years old, if it was brought to attention, it was part of, even teachers in school would always say, Beta, come observe your breath, see, aware of your emotions, and you would have been more developed in this skill. Simply, we can think like a skill. And you are correct. Most of the time, all of us are behosh. We are simply lost into thoughts and in relation to worldly life or perception, sense gratification. We are lost into it. But it does not mean that we cannot develop the capability to be more and more and more in hosh, in awareness. So it's simply a practice we have to do more and more. And there itself, watching breath, things like this is more easy because breath is more gross, easy to catch. It's a physical sensation in body. But a thought is so subtle, so fleeting, right? In microseconds, a thought comes and goes sometimes. So it requires a skill to be able to catch it.
Mm.
And it is understandable that it will not happen suddenly. But if we make up our resolve that I want to live more and more in awareness, होश में रहना है, then it starts to happen also. खुद होने लगेगा. It will be happening. You know? So now, right now in this session at least, when we are together in our sangha, satsanga, let's be all try to keep observing what's happening in our mind. Okay, keep watching it, and then it will develop with time. So now coming back to our questions, we see that I want harmony. Na trust. I want harmony for myself. I want harmony for the other. है ना? It's like, and then second, other wants harmony na, for themselves. But for me, we have a question. Now, when we say wants, we don't mean in a heat of the moment. we don't mean when he's emotionally swayed away. We mean when the person is in senses and he will ask his natural acceptance or intuition or inner voice or conscience that do I want me to be happy? Like this is me, this is the other. I want him to be happy, right? Now, from which space this answer is coming to me that I want harmony for other person? That space of natural acceptance, correct? Now, we have to find this space inside us. First step, locate this. This is a space of feeling, pure feeling, where we just know what is acceptable, harmonious, what is not. Okay, we just know it. Now, we have to ask that does the other person also, he also has the same space in him or not? क्या कि भाई मेरी जिस स्पेस से आंसर आ रहा है, जो फीलिंग आ रही है मुझको, फ्रॉम विच स्पेस, is this space also in the other person or not? This is what we have to ask ourselves. And this is where the problem of trust, mistrust comes, because this we are not sure that other person wants this for me or not. Does he feel like this for me or not? Am I the only one wanting good for him? Na? So when this question comes, or if the answer comes no, he does not want my happiness, then the relationship goes. We will also stop feeling oneness or trust in the other person. We will not feel safe. I am not safe with this person. He may he does not want me to be happy. Hmm? यहीं पे रिश्ते ज्यादातर टूटते हैं because of lack of trust. Now, what we see, if we see the fourth question, that other wants harmony in me, इसी का आंसर जब नो आने लगता है या डाउट हो जाता है तो ट्रस्ट हिल गया. अब हम अगर देखते हैं तो फिर जवाब ये मिलता है कि भाई हाँ, यस, अदर पर्सन आल्सो वांट्स हार्मनी इन मी. ये दिखता है, पर उसके लिए अपनी वो स्पेस एक्सेस करनी होती है जहां से हमारा जवाब आ रहा है. सो व्हेन आई आल्सो अटेंडेड द सेशन ऑफ विश्वास फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, उस टाइम गणेश बागरिया जी थे कानपुर में, उनका सेशन था 10 दिनों का, जीवन विद्या संस्थान में. वो भी यही समझा रहे थे. तो मैंने बोला, आपने भी कहा ना, इन मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस उनका इंटेंशन मेरी हार्मनी का होता है, बट नॉट ऑलवेज, डिपेंड्स ऑन हु एंड व्हेन. करेक्ट. तो मैंने गणेश जी को बोला, गणेश जी, आई नो वन पर्सन हु हैज confessed to me that for 2 years I planned to do this thing to you, to harm you, to teach you a lesson, and he did it also. And for 2 years I acted as your friend. He confessed, I did not truly love you. So how can I say this person wants my well-being? Why, he to since 2 years has been sitting, and I said my words पर, like a snake, आस्तीन में सांप जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में, आस्तीन में सांप की तरह छुप के बैठा हुआ था. तो उसको मैं कैसे बोलूं he wants my harmony? तो all Ganesh ji said, he smiled and said कि भाई, I cannot answer for you. All I can say is you go inside yourself and access this space inside you which is saying that you wanted good for him. And now, after you have access to that space, you will yourself see that whether he also has the same space in him or not. This is all he said. And then he left it to me. And then I had to take few days or weeks, I don't remember exactly, but quite a few period to actually assimilate this inside me. And then I saw, yes, even he has the same space inside him. This is common. And then once I saw it, I could not deny it. And then I suddenly had to accept it, come to, acknowledge this fact that, okay, he also does not want me to be unhappy. But his mind, with his samskaras, with his belief system, with his own imperfections, or his own lack of knowledge, or some misplaced beliefs, he planned to do all of this. But his natural acceptance also does not ask him to harm me. But his outer mind, the one which I said is the corruptible mind, you remember? Our inner mind, the self and its inner mind is pure, cannot be corrupted. The space till the natural acceptance is incorruptible. But the space after natural acceptance, which is now more outer space of me, in my mind, is corruptible, where my beliefs are formed, worldviews are formed, my judgments are formed, my way, my of what is right and what is wrong, those conclusions are formed. This is right, this is wrong. Very rigid conclusions. And then with those conclusions, I see the world and I live accordingly. But all of that has got nothing to do with my intention. For example, a drug addict. He knows he has addiction and it's not good for him, naturally acceptable. Hmm? But he's also helpless in the addiction. Same way, we also know that what is not acceptable to us. We know that to make other person unhappy, to do harm them, is not naturally acceptable. But it still happens. Why? Because simply we don't have enough maturity, enough competence, ability to behave according to my natural acceptance. That's the conflict every human being lives with. This is me, who I am, the self. But my mind, because I am behosh, this mind is autonomous, corruptible part of mind. And it has made certain judgments and conclusions about the other person and about how he can feel good. This mind can feel good, and which may even be to harm the other person. So he does it. But why? In hope that he will feel good after he harms you. In hope that he will find harmony, he does an act of disharmony to feel good himself. So, what we start seeing is that our trust is based on actions of the other person. Correct? Or, in other words, events. Somebody did something to me, some event happened, trust is broken. So we are collecting data of his actions, past actions. And based on 99 good things he did right, but in one thing he went wrong and did something wrong, okay, in our eyes, which is wrong. And we simply say, I don't trust you anymore because you lied to me yesterday. You cheated me, right? So I don't trust you anymore. Yahi hota hai na? This is what happens. We base our trust on actions. of a person. And this is the problem in relationships. Because actions of human being are unpredictable. It depends on the situation, on the mood, on the context. Action is unpredictable. We can see, no, even our actions are unpredictable because our mood is unpredictable. So same for other person. But what we do is we forgive ourselves for our mistakes. But we don't forgive others for their mistakes. It's not easy, no, to forgive other person, but very easy to forgive ourselves. Why? Why? Because we don't doubt our intention. You remember first two questions? Sorry, first and third question. First question, do I want to be happy? Yes. Do I want to keep other person happy? Yes. Our intention we are clear about. But when it comes to does other person want me to be happy? Everyone says depends. Okay. In a room of 100 people, we ask this question, same answers come everywhere. Husband, wife are sitting together. Husband says, my wife does not want me to be happy always. Wife says, my husband does not want me to be happy always. There they start fighting also in fun during workshops. Children also say for parents, my papa, mommy don't want me to be happy always. Parents also say for children. But they all say, we want them to be happy. Now, what is true? Either answer to third question is wrong or answer to fourth question is wrong, but both cannot be true. That everyone wants other person to be happy, but everyone also believes that other person does not want me to be happy. Contradiction within a family. When a glass falls from our hand, what do we say? Glass गिर गया. मेरे हाथ से glass गिर गया. This is how we think, no? Impulsive, instant reaction. मेरे हाथ से glass गिर गया. But when the same thing happens with other person, wife is in the kitchen and a glass falls, we hear. What do we say? अरे तुमने तो ग्लास गिरा दिया यार. करेक्ट, ग्लास क्यों गिरा दिया तुमने? We don't say अरे तुमसे ग्लास गिर गया most of the times. When we come late to a class, when we say, or to our office, we say I got late. No, always we say I got late. Today I woke up late also because yesterday I was up late. And it happened that I got late. I did not want to be late. But when we see our colleagues are coming late to office, na, then what are we saying? भाई तुम तो हमेशा लेट आते हो. You are always late. You are late. We don't say you got late. You are late. और आप तो हमेशा ही लेट आते. आप तो टाइम पे आना ही नहीं चाहते. आपका तो वर्क एथिक ही ऐसा है कि आपको डिसिप्लिन की वैल्यू नहीं है. By default, we don't want to believe that other person also does not want to be late, पर उससे भी होता है. Now suddenly turn the table and get inside the other person. What is happening in his mind? Who's coming late? He is also same worldview. He is always telling himself, I am getting late today also. But when someday some other person is late, you are late. He's saying कि भाई संजय जी तो कभी टाइम पे आना ही नहीं चाहते, है ना? उसके वर्ल्ड, उसकी आंखों से दुनिया ऐसी दिखेगी. He will doubt you, you will doubt him. So when we lie to someone in a relationship, we have a justification for the lie. That I am lying so that it brings some peace in the relationship. In our worldview and context view of the relationship, we believe lying will be good for the relationship, for the situation. Similarly, the other person also lies sometimes. But when they lie, we get hurt. Why do we get hurt? Because their lie we cannot accept. Why can we not accept their lie? There is also a reason for that. Why? Because we doubt their intention. We believe they don't want me to be happy. That's why they are lying. This is why we cannot accept their lie. Because think about it. If somebody whom you are 100% sure wants you to be happy, like mother, if she lies to you sometime ki beta, you've eaten already 3 rasgullas and you ask for fourth one. She says, nahi, nahi, nahi hai mere paas rasgulla. Then we don't feel bad about it. Why? Because we know, we believe that my mother always wants me to be happy. So we don't doubt our intention, but we doubt the others' intention. What is the intention of every human being? Everyone's intention is, I want harmony. Same intention. I don't want to do mistakes. Who likes to do mistakes here? Who does mistake intentionally? Everyone can answer for themselves. No one, no Sanjay. No one wants to do mistakes, but they happen. No, no one wants to do these things, but we are incapable in that moment. And mistakes happen. Same happens for other person, always. So what is the foundation of trust? If we place it in actions, then to bhai, we have placed our trust in the ability of the other person, not on the core desire or intention or dharma of the other person. What is the dharma? Dharma is want happiness. This is the dharma of every human being. Take any human being in the world, he wants happiness all the time. This is the dharma. Cannot escape this dharma. This is wired into us. सुख धर्मी है हम लोग. सुख धर्मी है ना. हर आदमी सुख की चाहत करता है और यही उसका धर्म है. पर धर्म सफल नहीं हो पाता उससे हमेशा. सुख की चाहत अधूरी रह जाती है उसकी. मात्र बात यही है, हर ह्यूमन बीइंग का पोटेंशियल, लेट्स से दिस इज द फुल पोटेंशियल, है ना, अपने सुख को रियलाइज करने में, टू एंश्योर टू रेगुलेट माय हैप्पीनेस ऑल द टाइम. दिस इज माय फुल पोटेंशियल एंड आई कैन डू इट ऑल द टाइम. बट आई एम समवेयर हियर राइट नाउ. दिस इज माय एबिलिटी टुडे टू एंश्योर माय हार्मनी, है ना. ये मेरी अभी तक की डेवलप्ड एबिलिटी है. किसी की यहां होती होगी, किसी की यहां होती होगी, पर हर कोई पहुंच रहा है यहां तक. So we base our trust on this. But भाई this इतनी तो है, पर इतना गैप भी तो है इसमें, इतना बड़ा गैप. Now because of this gap, this person will do mistakes, will not always be able to do the right thing in the right way, in the right time, and we will lose our trust. गया relationship. And losing trust makes us unhappy. The 9 human values, if we lose any value, we are first unhappy. Who likes to lose trust? No one likes. Even the most corrupt person in the world will appreciate honest people around him. Isn't it? The most corrupt person in the world, in his team, he would like people who are honest with him. You know? So the thing is that because of this gap, we do mistakes. But the question is that can this gap be decreased? Can we increase the potential? Can this be increased till here? Can the other person increase their potential? Like I also am always improving my ability. Sorry. My ability I can increase. The other person can also increase the ability, is their ability by working on themselves and with my help also, my support, I'll rather say. है ना? They can also increase their ability. मतलब वो अपनी समझ बढ़ा सकते हैं जैसे मैं भी बढ़ा सकता हूँ. और अल्टीमेटली ये देखना कि वो भी इंसान है, मैं भी इंसान हूँ. Our human potential is the same. This much is our potential. यहाँ पे क्या है? सुख में हम पहुंच गए. This is, all of us have this potential. बस evolution is happening right now for everyone. When we realize this, then we separate the ability, decouple this, decoupling with the intention of the other person. या इरादा. हिंदी में एक और शब्द बोले तो इरादे को बोलेंगे मूल चाहना, core intention, or root intention. The root of all intentions. The root intention of all intentions. Even intention to hurt you, intention to harm you. There's a root intention behind that intention. And that is, the other person is also seeking harmony. That person wants to feel harmony. He believes that by harming you, he will feel harmony. ना? तो in the end, वो अपनी ability के हिसाब से he is forming other intentions. He is making other choices, other decisions. इस intentions के basis पे इसका behavior है. Based on his ability, he will behave. Okay? इसको decouple कर दिया. तो हम ये समझ जाते हैं कि relationship में whosoever I am dealing with, living with, working with, on the road, bus conductor in the bus, a random person on the road who's teasing us, somebody who's speaking badly to us, right? Or somebody being good with us also. We are always seeing, oh my God, this person wants harmony. He wants to be happy, but he's himself so unhappy that he's right now speaking so badly to me. Because he's right now unable, because of this gap, to first himself feel respect for me. This means he himself does not respect for himself. खुद की भी नहीं है, मेरी भी नहीं है, because he has a gap. Hence he is doing this mistake. So then empathy comes for the person. We see, oh poor one. That's how we feel. We don't lose trust. Now, what we start doing then is we start one skill in our life: to read people correctly, to read their samskara, their skills correctly. We don't want to overestimate them. We don't want to underestimate them. We don't want to wrongly estimate them. Matlab, we don't want to say that a rope is a snake. We don't want to believe this. A rope is a rope. And we also do not think a rope is a rod, iron rod, nor do we think a rope is a little thread. A rope is a rope. Ability of the rope. Then we expect the rope to behave like a rope, not like a snake, not like a thread, and not like an iron rod. It is our wrong reading of other people's ability and often our own ability also in relationships to behave correctly. And based on this wrong reading, we get disappointed because we set the relationship with wrong expectations. We expect a turtle to win a race between uh, rabbits. Bhai, it's not turtle's fault, it's our fault. So इसीलिए that will bring to second discussion tomorrow on respect, to see a turtle as a turtle, rabbit as a rabbit, and set correct expectations. Number two, once we have expected that he can only behave till here, this much harmony he can have from here, okay? We set correct expectations. And number two, we believe this, can the expectations of this person, sorry, his ability increase? Yes, it can increase. So we work with the other person on their ability, or in other words, competence. हिंदी में काबिलियत, और in Urdu, काबिलियत. And in Hindi, it is yogyata. These are all synonyms of ability, competence, काबिलियत, yogyata, point to the same thing, which is this. Then what is the shamta or the potential? Shamta or potential is this: every human being can be in harmony. This is same in all. Hence, the solution comes in our life. We see that, oh, everyone wants harmony. We are all set. Even if they are behaving very badly with me right now, because they had a bad day, or they had some upbringing which had trauma in it, or maybe they were just born like this also. It is possible. Whatever be the case, their past journey has brought them to this position only. They have reached till here so far. Okay. And then with this, we want, no, at least we want harmony for them. Even if they hate us, we don't hate them. We want them to grow. Even if we are helpless, we cannot do anything about it. Okay. But we at least wish them that they grow consciously also. And with this, we never lose our trust, because this root intention is permanent. Permanent in everyone. They want to be happy. They want us to be happy. They want everyone to be happy. Even somebody killing the other person, if they access their natural acceptance, does not want to cause unhappiness to anyone, because first they are unhappy when they want to make other person unhappy. No one wants it, but we cannot do it because of ability is limited. फिर मेरे साथ क्या हुआ in this relationship? In a few months, I clearly saw these things. Sometimes even in my visualization, when I was going in the journey, I wanted to box this person, beat the other person. And I would visualize in my head. It was such a strong incident in my life. Okay. But with my practice of Hosh Mein Jeena, every time I started observing, when I did a conscious exercise to check that if I hurt him, am I feeling harmony? If I take revenge, am I feeling harmony? So I would visualize taking revenge in my mind. I did like an exercise, a play. Let me visualize beating him, hitting him, breaking his bone. And then I'm observing how am I feeling in that moment, right? While getting revenge. I simply saw that I am not feeling happy right now. So then came the third question which we asked today. Is it my choice to continue to feel this way? To continue to feel victim of the other person's wrong intentions, to continue to doubt his intention, even though I see he did not intend to make me unhappy. His root intention is not to make me unhappy, even though I see. But is it my choice to walk this path or this path? I said, yes, it's my choice. I can feel harmony for him. I can feel, an empathy for him. That poor soul, 2 years he plots to harm someone. His life agenda is to harm someone while he could do maybe more better things in his life for himself. What would he have got after 2 years? Nothing much. A small game. Even satisfaction when anyone who does such big plans to take revenge or do anything, it's a satisfaction of 5 minutes. After that, it's a big loss. Many times years of guilt of what we did. You know. So we feel bad for them. We feel empathy for them and sorry for them. And we pray for them, even if we cannot do anything. But if it's our wife, our husband, our daughter, our son, our colleague, who's not our enemy, they want to collaborate with us. They also want to be family, should be happy. They want harmony with us and they're committed in relationship with us. They want to commit because they know that together we have to go. So when they do mistakes in small things of the day, ये होश में जीने की प्रैक्टिस से दिखने लग जाएंगी, है ना? Instead of reacting, we will be responding to the situation. How? First step of response is I will be in harmony, even if my wife shouted at me right now. And my father spoke to me wrongly or he challenged me in some way. My son did something and my husband did something. But I will not lose my harmony in this moment. First, I'll be at peace and accept this person as they are. Accept their action as it is, not be offended by the action. I choose to be not offended. I choose to be in harmony. And then once I'm in harmony, I will respond to the situation and then I will try to find not only solution to the situation, but I'll systematically over coming years and months and days want to work in increasing competence of that person whom I love, who's my family member, who's my friend, who's my colleague. I will invest in this with them. I will talk with them. I will work on this. ट्रस्ट मेरा नहीं टूटेगा तो रिलेशनशिप आगे बढ़ेगा. इतना सिंपल प्रैक्टिस बहुत जरूरी है क्योंकि जब ट्रस्ट गया हमारे दिल में दुख पहुंचा, है ना? तो अपने को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए हमको इतना समझना है कि भाई ट्रस्ट कभी नहीं टूटने दूंगा या दूंगी. ट्रस्ट किस पे? आपके एक्शंस पे नहीं. एक्शंस पे तो हमें पता है आप अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है, ठीक है? या जितने प्रिडिक्टेबल भी हमें पता है कि भाई 10 में से 8 बार झूठ बोलते हैं, 2 बार सच बोलते हैं. हमें पता है हम वही एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे, ठीक है? वो एक्सपेक्टेशन वैसी है पर हमें पता है आप करना चाहते नहीं है, पर आपसे हो जाता है कि झूठ ही निकलता है मुंह से आपके. ठीक है, बुरा नहीं मानेंगे अब. हमें पता है भाई, हम प्रोबेबिलिटी लगा के अब डील करेंगे आपके साथ ना. तो इस चीज को क्या कहते हैं? दूसरा शब्द है विश्वास के साथ जुड़ा हुआ, उसे कहते हैं भरोसा. ये डीकपल्ड है, विश्वास एंड भरोसा. भरोसा इज कॉन्फिडेंस इन इंग्लिश. कि आई विल खरगोश पे खरगोश लायक काम का भरोसा, टर्टल पे टर्टल जैसे काम का भरोसा, है ना? बेस्ड ऑन देयर कॉम्पिटेंस आई विल हैव कॉन्फिडेंस इन देम. ठीक है? दिस इज वेयर डेटा ऑफ देयर एक्शंस बिकम इंपॉर्टेंट. टू इवैल्यूएट देयर कॉम्पिटेंस एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन दिस वी चूज आवर प्रोग्राम. हाउ डू वी वर्क ऑन दिस? ठीक है? और डू वी चेंज आवर प्रोग्राम? फॉर एग्जांपल वर्क रिलेशनशिप विल नॉट वर्क आउट, बट उस कंक्लूजन पे आने के लिए we evaluate competence of two things, two people. One is this is me, this is other. I will evaluate my competence first. कितना काबिल मैं हूं to help this person and to behave correctly with this person and to respond to this person's actions, not react. How number one, how competent I am मैं अपने पे काम करूंगा और अपने को इवेल्युएट करूंगा. आई विल इवेल्युएट माई कॉम्पिटेंस इन द रिलेशनशिप. See, relationship will always be there with every human being. Only program changes. Whether we are as friends, we are as colleagues, relationship formats and form changes. No, details of relationship change, form transforms, but relationship stays. We are all one. That's basic relationship. We are all connected to each other, even if we deny the connection. ठीक है? तो we simply evaluate our competence and we evaluate the competence of the other person. And then we see, can we be a good couple together? Can we be good business partners? So on and so forth. You know? And can we increase our competence, even as parent children, as siblings? Can we work things out? And we accordingly, after evaluating ourselves, that how I can help the other person increase his competence while I work on myself. इसके बेसिस पे हम प्रोग्राम डिसाइड करते हैं रिलेशनशिप का. Means how to go forward, how level detail. What क्या है भाई? I want the relationship, this is my what. And why? Because harmony in relationship makes me happy. That's why I want the relationship to work well. And for this, how to work on relationship depends on mutual evaluation of both our competence and accordingly deciding the program of the relationship. Means how do we solve our problems? That depends on the context. This is it. And then we are able to move forward in their life, in the relationships. Yeah, this was about trust. Tomorrow we'll come to respect and other feelings. Any questions or comments? Anything from anyone? Sindhu, Donia, Sanjay, Manish? Any observations or thoughts, Sanjay?
No, nothing in particular.
Okay.
I get a feeling that it's mostly about your own harmony, as you would say. So the thing that I'm thinking is that if one is always happy and in harmony, then regardless of what anybody else does, you are always in harmony and happy. If you get to that state, then what I don't understand is where does this idea of helping others realize their own potential, etc., comes and why? You see what I mean? Because if you're
How
always
is it
happy,
related to you being in harmony? Right.
yeah,
Then why would you want to help the other person? That's your
yeah,
question.
if you're always in harmony,
Hmm.
it, which also goes back to like in the beginning when you said our goal is harmony, which I accept. But then you also said something about contribution to the world or leaving a legacy. I don't get why, because if you're always in harmony, then why is the other part necessary? Because
So
that
there the
other,
question is,
sorry, just a
uh,
minute. That
uh,
other part is what relates, I think, to what you actually do in the world. What
yeah.
we are focusing on so far is how to do it, or like how to deal with people in order to do something, etc. But so my question goes back to like, why is that contribution necessary to the world, leaving a legacy necessary, which relates to why do you need to help other people realize their potential? This is all assuming you are at your full potential and you are always happy. You know what I mean?
Correct,
So
correct.
yeah,
Assuming
I
you are in
believe,
Satchit
I
Anand state.
believe, not everyone is very, conscious, and they're evolving and their evolution is different than everyone else. So, while you may be, walking on the path of harmony, the other has no idea about this larger goal or the, intrinsic goal, I would say, not the larger goal, intrinsic goal.
Intrinsic. Hmm,
And it's just about making the other person realize it so that, the network can join in
hmm. Basically,
for larger
Sanjay,
harmony.
exactly, for shared harmony. So even if one person is very in much in harmony, why would they want to help the other person? The answer is, it is, if they are in harmony, it means they are also feeling oneness and love. Till they are feeling separate from the other, they are in pain and suffering. Sense of separation is the root ignorance and root cause of all our suffering in life. Sense of feeling separate from the rest of the world.
I see.
The
But then, so you're saying that if you are in complete harmony, then you will realize that you are not separate from the others.
others.
And then if the other is not in harmony, that means in some way your harmony is affected.
मतलब you will
So
want that
it's
part of you
contradictory.
to be happy.
Yeah.
Basically, as the individual mind and the individual personality, you are able to regulate your feelings and emotions. You are feeling fine. And your mind is also feeling good, but you are also always in hosh. You, the self, is always present. The mind is in full light of the self. Then the mind sees that the same self is shining in the other also. Same self exists in the other. It's like I am one and this is a part of me. That's the experiential feeling you get. It's experience that your consciousness experiences, that this is a part of me which is unhappy. So you want that part to be happy. It's like this is an extension of me or a part of me. So then out of love, you want to help others. And as well, when you are living in a home full of 5 people or in a village of 500 people, you are in your own harmony and you are feeling oneness with all 500 people. Then you see that, oh, some families are having problems within them. Then naturally you will want those problems to be solved so that when you meet them on the road and you see them smiling instead of crying or being angry or being frustrated, being tense, it makes you feel good when you see them happy and smiling. So that's why you want to help them. And also, your normal living program runs well. For example, your neighborhood, there is no theft. Then you don't have to lock your doors when you leave the home. And it feels very good to live in a society where you don't have to lock your doors. It is a great feeling. Like I live in Saligno, I don't lock the doors of our place many times. We don't lock when we go. And yet things remain as they are. Abhi tak. So this is a beautiful feeling to have this from other person also. A common living way, because even an enlightened person has to earn a living. He has to eat food. He has to coexist with neighbors, right? तो अगर नेबरहुड में इतना क्राइम है तो उसको कष्ट तो होगा. चाहे सफरिंग नहीं होगी पर कष्ट होगा ना उसको. It will not make him sad but have pain that I have to live in a neighborhood of crime, and it affects him directly and indirectly both. So hence he would want to solve that problem. For all, स्वार्थ भी है उसमें और परार्थ भी है ना. हाँ, इस पे बहुत क्लियर आता है आंसर. एक चीज ना कि जो एक एनलाइटेंड पर्सन है वो परमार्थ के लिए जीता है. वी ऑल हर्ड द वर्ड परमार्थ ना. व्हाट इज परम अर्थ? परम मीन्स एब्सोल्यूट. परमार्थ, व्हाट इज परमार्थ? परमार्थ इज इक्वल टू स्वार्थ प्लस परार्थ. Paramarth means absolute earth, means absolute means. Earth means, you understand, means sadhan. Na? So Paramarth means param sadhan. means which makes everyone happy. It makes me happy. It makes rest of the world happy. Par means rest or other. So means and mediums for others to be happy, means and mediums for me to be happy. That is Parmarth. When I am happy and others are happy, when there is justice for everyone, doing things good for everyone, wo Parmarth hai. An enlightened person, and also in the journey of our own enlightenment, our own awakening, as we will grow, we will want to do things for others naturally. The more love we have for them, we will develop love, more we will do for everyone, including ourselves. Starts with our family. We want our children to be happy. Parents, है ना? Parents का me plus my children हो चुका है. वो उसके लिए जीने लगा है. Something bigger than himself. ये naturally होता है. So the more we realize that I am not an individual who is separate, I am an indivisible being, infinite, indivisible. This experience comes. So then my definition of other goes beyond my own home, a house where I live with 5 people, with blood relatives. It goes to the whole earth. I start seeing, oneness with all the earth. And my other is now this. Initially it was this. Okay, then this becomes a small part of this. I live here with these 5 people, but I feel love for everyone. Other becomes the whole world. है ना? तो फिर हम धीरे धीरे जैसे एक्सपेंशन होगा कॉन्शियसनेस का, लव का, हम सबके लिए लव फील करते हैं. एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी वांट टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू दिस वर्ल्ड, एंड आवर कंट्रीब्यूशन इज आवर लेगेसी. इट्स नॉट फॉर आवर एरोगेंस और ईगो, है ना? वी It's not for getting remembered. It's simply in our DNA. And if we look biologically also, one simple legacy you leave behind is the children. And it is so core part of DNA that we are designed to want to have children and leave legacy. Every woman feels like this. Every man also at some point in time in life wants to have children. Most of us. उतना legacy तो blood से ही छोड़ना चाहते हैं हम, है ना? So DNA से ही start होती है, but if the more we start finding ourselves and our infinite and indivisible nature, ना, जितना हमको दिखने लग जाता है, then हमारा अदर का डेफिनेशन उतना एक्सपैंड होता है, हम सबसे उतना प्यार करते हैं और हम पूरी दुनिया के लिए कुछ करना चाहते हैं, which includes every stranger and every enemy also. So any thoughts, Sanjay, on this?
No, I mean, logically it makes sense, but I think, at least for me, I don't want to speculate about the feelings or how I will feel once I've progressed, because that is not there. So I think logic only takes me up to a certain
Exactly.
state, and beyond that, it's I'll have to realize it or experience that what happens.
Yes. बिल्कुल 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 सही बात बोली आपने, ऐसे ही है. तो नाउ एटलीस्ट ये प्रपोजल नेचुरली एक्सेप्टेबल है, नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है, लॉजिकली भी ठीक लग रहा है. अब इसको हमने बस अपने एक्सपीरियंस से ही वेरीफाई कर पाएंगे. आप एकदम ठीक बात कह रहे हैं. तो एंड दिस इज द जर्नी वी हैव टू डू. द गुड थिंग इज नाउ यू कैन स्टे विद द क्वेश्चन and let it be days, weeks, months, years, whatever time it takes, but question can be in our awareness. Let's be curious about it. Let's give this question an importance, a priority, because if this is actually true, then, and if we start even identifying कि भाई logically, rationally and intuitively this feels right to me, तो already बहुत बड़ा काम होने लग जाएगा चीजें समझने में. हम वो बात है, and we can start living our life. कल से आप ऐसे जिए, आज शाम से ही मैं कहता हूँ इस पे सोचिए, और देखिए नेक्स्ट मौका पता नहीं आपको कब मिल जाएगा. ऑफिस में किसी कलीग से कोई गलती हो जाएगी, घर पे कुछ हो जाएगा, राइट? कुछ ना कुछ कहीं पे सड़क पे कुछ हो सकता अनुभव होगा. नेक्स्ट मोमेंट दिस वी कैन प्रैक्टिस व्हाट वी डिस्कस टुडे, है ना? मेन है इंटेंशन अपनी पहले पहचानते हैं कि भाई मैं तो क्या पूरी धरती का सुख चाहता हूँ कि नहीं, यही बड़ा सवाल है. अदर का मतलब सबसे पहले तो चलो अपनी फैमिली से स्टार्ट करते हैं. फैमिली मेंबर्स का तो चाहता हूँ ना, और ऑफिस का, टीम का, चलो इतने से स्टार्ट करते हैं. आर सोशल सर्कल, फ्रेंड्स. उसके बाद लेट्स एक्सपैंड टू दिस. एंड वी कैन दिस, यही इसी जर्नी के लिए तो धरती पे आए, और क्या करने आए, यही तो पाने आए नॉलेज. तो लेट्स जस्ट इन्वेस्टिगेट दिस. डू आई वांट एवरीवन without exception to be happy? This is what our today's session was about. विश्वास इसी चीज पर, खुद के इरादे पे विश्वास है तो दिख गया सबका भी सेम इरादा है, तो विश्वास फिर बैठ जाए. Okay, thank you so much everyone. We got quite extended today, and thank you, and I send you best wishes. Now keep exploring. Let's keep exploring. Namaste.